Hey everybody, Roger Levin here with your orthodontic practice production pearl of the week. I'm getting a lot of questions right now about the effects of the economy, what might happen in the economy, tariffs, and all of the concerns. So I thought I would make a pearl of the week for you based on not knowing the answers, which sounds kind of funny. But let me give you some scenarios. Whenever you ask a question and there are no answers, nobody knows what's going to happen with tariffs and the economy, how far they'll go, whether we'll back off. That's called political risk. Political risk is a real term, which means something could change for the negative politically that is different than today. It could go negative, it could go positive. Here's the good news. It doesn't matter. You're going to do fine if you follow the right principles. So here's scenario number one. The economy stays the way it is today. Now, we do have a level right now of uncertainty. The stock market at the moment has actually priced in uncertainty and isn't reacting day to day to all the radical news and changes taking place. That could change. The news could be different. But today, when I'm making this particular pearl of the week for you, things are stable. If they're stable, right now we're showing that orthodontic starts are down by about 3%. A little bit of that, maybe most of it, is due to uncertainty by parents, patients, adults cutting back. Adults don't really have the same intense motivation or expectation of orthodontics that a lot of parents do for their kids. The 3% is an easy reverse if you're one of the practices affected, but it is a trend. It does show that at the moment we are sitting a little bit on a negative slight trend. Don't ignore that. Make sure you build your practice in the right way. How do you build your practice? Excellent referral marketing, repeat, consistent, positive contact, the 5 focus areas, marketing to parents, patients, community, referring doctors, and social media, shifting the emphasis in each area depending on the situation. Here's a great example. We recently had a client who had 2 new young competitors. He was 47 years old. He was just aging out of that, having kids in the schools and community. And these 2 new young competitors were marketing heavily. Young orthodontists are in debt, like a lot of orthodontists, student loan debt, practice debt. They're motivated. And if you're younger, you're hanging out with the parents and the families and the kids and the schools. So it didn't make a lot of sense to go right at the schools for this particular practice. It was down from 1.8 million to 1.4 million. So we heavily emphasized referring doctors and community branding. We took the approach that we often do of trying to make this 47-year-old orthodontist and his practice the leading practice in the community, that they are the dominant practice, as we call it. And over 3 years, we took them from a drop from 1.8 to 1.4, and then from 1.4 to over 2 million in under 36 months. But my point is we shifted. We didn't just put the marketing out there. We didn't try to compete on social media the way the younger doctors were. We didn't try to do the schools and sports teams where the younger doctors had a clear advantage. They were in the schools with their kids and their families. So we picked the areas where we could compete. Sun Tzu in The Art of War, which is still a book read at West Point, one of the points he made is go where you're not expected. Well, if you go to compete head on with these young orthodontists, you might get some traction, but not nearly as much as you can get by going to other areas. So for today, that's the first scenario. We don't know what's going to happen with the economy. It's okay right now. Starts are down slightly. Easy turnaround, but wake up. This is a wake-up call. Don't wait till your starts are down or they're down 10%, as we've seen when the economy drops in the past. I hope it doesn't drop, but if it does, you're ready. If it doesn't, you're only better off. And our goal at Levin Group is to help you be as successful as possible. This is what we do every day. We are committed to you, and I wish you increased practice production and referrals, and I'll see you next week.